Today, our episode is What Should I Get? So we have a couple products here for you that are pretty similar, but kind of have different pros and cons to them that you might be interested in. Before we get to that, just want to let you guys know you can find these products or all kinds of other really cool, awesome products on beta.com. So you can go there, discover new stuff at a click of a button. So check these out, check out other products, or you can head to your local beta store if you're nearby. Once again, my name is Jai, and I'm going to be talking to you guys today about two different children's storytellers. So there are a few, so we have two different products that are kind of children's toy storyteller kind of format. The first one we have is called Looney. Both of these are more recent partners. Looney was launched a few weeks ago. Tony's, which launched just this week, actually. So you got some new cool toys. And, you know, when we're thinking about this, you know, so many kids, you know, now are staying home, you're trying to keep your kids entertained while you're doing work at home stuff, or your kids are trying to stay entertained when they aren't in virtual school. And sometimes it's easy just to resort to giving your kid, okay, you know, entertain them, please. But this is a really good way of entertaining your child without, you know, all the negative effects of screens and stuff. So if you're looking for a way to get your child away from screens, especially with all the virtual school that's going on, these are two really, really good options. So perfect for a pandemic, you could say. So they're both kind of entertaining your kid, and they both also have like an online portal where you're able to go upload your own things or download new stories that they have. And these are, you know, about ages, you know, 3 to up. They were from like 3 to 10 years old-ish. And there's also, I know with Tony's, there's a way for you to organize the stories by age range as well. And then Looney is specifically for like ages 3 to 8. So that's kind of the age range we're going for here. So of these products. So we're going to start off with Looney. So what's cool about Looney is, and I'm not sure how well you guys are able to hear this, but and it's interactive in a way where it lets you choose different aspects of the story that the child wants to see. So if we go, they also have 8 different languages too. So I don't know. So we have French there. So let me find an English one.
The Fabulous Adventures of Suzanne and Ben.
Fabulous Adventures of Suzanne and Ben. And we can just, so if we click OK, we'll say, okay, I want that one.
Who will be the hero of your story?
So it said, who will be the hero of your story? Ben. Suzanne. There are 2 options, Ben or Suzanne. And so your child can just kind of scroll through the different options through the scroll wheel here. And so say I want to be Suzanne.
Where will your story take place?
In a castle.
At the sea.
At the sea. I like the sea. Let's go with that.
Who will your hero meet?
Who will your hero meet?
A pirate.
Yeah, a pirate. That sounds fun.
And finally, choose an object.
Choose an object.
A ticket.
A ticket.
A tap.
A tap. Ooh.
A ticket.
Let's go with the ticket.
Oh, look how cute he is. Suzanne is showing her mother a little cat, which is playing with an empty box on the street that leads.
So yeah, so that you choose all those different aspects of kind of some control. It's almost like a choose your own adventure, which I think is super fun. I always loved those when I was a kid, the books specifically. And so you can also pause and play. You can go to the home screen. And there, like I said, you have over like 8 languages that you can teach your child in. And so you have several different languages. So if your child is learning a language, speaks more than 1 language, that's also an option. And that can kind of help that's a good way of giving your child a good way to like learn more languages, things like that. Sorry, there we go. So this is really good. They also have meditation stories, which is something more recent I discovered, which I think is really cool because meditation can be a really good thing to teach your kids. And they also have headphones that you can purchase. So you can just plug them in right over here. Or your kid can, go to town using their imagination to entertain themselves. So that's Looney. Really cool, interactive. Next, we have the Tonys. So with the Tonys, it's also interactive in a sense, but it kind of works, which is this. But you also have the Tony figurines. So if I wanted to hear, and they have a lot of Disney characters. So you can see we have some Lion King action here. So whenever your kid wants to hear a story, they just plop it on top. Is it on? Okay. Oh. It's making noise. Come on. But anyways, you plop it on top. It will start telling the story. There we go. I don't know how well you can hear that over here. So yeah, it's playing some Lion King music. And what's cool too is it's kind of designed for kids. So with these little ears in the front here, you can actually press those to turn up the volume or down. And then you can also
welcome.
Ooh, got too aggressive there. So you can also, if you tap the sides, it will skip to the next section, which I think is really cool. And once again, a really kid-friendly way of being able to kind of control their own experience. And to fast forward or rewind. So it's really designed for your kids to be able to kind of have complete independent control over their play and be able to, interact with. They can change out their stories whenever they want, pause, play, skip forward, rewind, adjust the volume, all of that, which I think is a really good way of letting your kid, independently kind of have their own adventure. So that's kind of what the Tony does. What's cool too with the Tony is that it has an app that comes with it where you can kind of control, if you're the parent, you can control different aspects of the kid's experience. So for example, you can adjust the max volume. So your kid isn't gonna go any higher than this volume because you don't wanna hear all that. But you can also control, when your child is able to access the Tony. You can upload your own things, your own photos and things like that. Not photos, audio, which is really cool. They have these things, Creative Tonys. And so the Creative Tonys are actually things that you can upload your own audio, your own songs onto them. And whenever you put them on, your child will hear whatever you upload. So if you had, for example, like me personally, I came from a military family. And so I know there were a lot of times I would have, loved to, when I was a kid, I would have loved to hear my dad who was overseas tell me a story. And so that's kind of a situation. And yeah, we could do it over FaceTime, but how much fun is it to put it in this little character and be able to have my dad tell me a story from forever, so far away. So things like that, it can be really, really cool for, and is really good for being able to, surprise your kids with people you care about or just stories that you think they should hear. So you can also upload your own stuff. So they're both kind of interactive. And you can just kind of put your own figurines on there, and the other one you can kind of choose your own adventure. And little Tonys as well, the little figurines, they usually cost about $12 to $14. And so whenever your kid, it's kind of like a collectible as well. So whenever your kid wants something new, wants a new story, it's kind of a so they have Little Mermaid, Cars, Finding Nemo, and they also have a bunch of original stories as well. So those are a little bit of these two kind of different storytelling options. So when you're thinking about, what should I get, which one might be right for me, you want to ask yourself, is this more, am I just wanting to kind of entertain my kids? Do I want maybe learn something specific? Obviously, with every story, your kid is going to be learning something. But, with the Tonys, that can be really good. And also, of course, they also have music that comes out of here, whereas the Looney doesn't do music, it does stories. And so I feel as though this one is probably more like entertainment, especially, with Disney stuff, is something to keep in mind. And then Looney is really good for kind of maybe teaching pure storytelling, no songs or anything, if you want your kids to kind of grow their imagination in that way more, and not just have to rely on music to get them through a story. So, pros and cons to each, and it kind of depends on each individual parent and how they think their kid, is entertained and learns the best. About these two products, Christmas is right around the corner. Got to start thinking of gifts. And if you have kids, these are two really good options. Like I said, especially if you're still going to be in virtual school, work from home kind of mode. So that's all for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat right now. Chance. And I can get to them and answer any questions that you might have. And you can also go to beta.com to look at these products, buy these products if you're interested, or any other really cool products that Beta has to offer. If you're in Boston, please come down and visit us. We'd be happy to help you out, and I can show you maybe more in depth, and you can try these out yourself. So yeah. I don't see any questions or comments, concerns. Thank you, my one watcher, whoever you are, for tuning in. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for spending the last 15 minutes with me. My name is Jai. I'm in Boston Beta Seaport. Please check out beta.com, your local Beta store, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace out. Stream.